Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It's Sunday. You know what that means. Of course, it means here continuing the journey of Ben 10 Reboot. This is Season 1, Episode 5, and Episode 6, of course, covering 2 episodes in one video. Won't know the titles until I get into the episodes. I'm curious if this pattern is going to repeat, because it's already happened once. Because when we started Reboot, we, of course, covered Episodes 1 and 2 in one video. Episode 1 with the Hydro Salamander, whatever creature that Ben awoken when he jumped in and did a cannonball. That episode overall was better than episode 2, where Ben decided I needed to be a real wrestling champion, so he joined the wrestling tournament. Episode 1 was better than episode 2. Then, this is where the pattern is. Episodes 3 and 4 last week, episode 3 with like the bug and maggot monster, all that kind of stuff, and the guy with the bug body, that was okay, right? Like, it wasn't like terrible, but it was not great. But episode 4 with Hex was way better. Like, so we're getting a good episode, or, somewhat decent episode, and then we're getting an take her or leave it episode. So I'm wondering if it's going to repeat here again. And now 4 episodes in, I can say, look, it's fun, it's different, it's not amazing, it's not on the same level, of course, as Ben 10 as a whole with those 4, amazing shows for what they did. Overall, we can get into the nitpicks of each one and point out certain flaws, but it's definitely not the same. But I appreciate the fact that it's different, and I am curious to see where it heads in terms of more characters popping up, aliens, and what kind of adventures we're going to get into, and just knowing that when I dive into an episode, it may not be great, but so far I haven't hit a wall of like, okay, that was a bad episode, like overall. Like, trust me, if there's issues, I will address them, which I have already done in terms of certain things. The redesigns of the characters, I haven't really talked about it too much. It is kind of odd, but it makes sense with the style and difference of what they're trying to do with this show. It makes sense that they look a little different, like the characters, especially the redesigns of Gwen, because she definitely looks very different than Ben, because they used to look very similar, but now I think they made that distinct change for a reason. And so, yeah, we could obviously stay here forever and talk about stuff, but I'm just interested to see what happens here with episodes 5 and 6, and we'll see if that pattern continues in terms of an episode and a solid episode. So we'll see what happens. Let's dive into it now, guys. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Freeze!
Whoa.
Okay, boys.
These guys are new.
Give us the goods.
Give us the goods. Oh.
You can't take the heat. Cool, right?
Ben?
But I switched it up. The camera loves a hero.
So Gwen's recording.
Hero, to your left. Oh, go get them.
You're going down. I mean, I know how I feel about bad guys, but
what's my
what
motivation?
is a 401k? Justice burns.
We're supposed to be making the coolest
Ben,
action
you spent
movie
too much
ever.
time
Instead,
thinking.
we
Just
got
do.
this.
Don't worry, I can still catch them.
And we're making an action movie.
They're making a movie.
Comedy.
Can I offer my input?
Yes,
No!
please. Come on.
Overruled. You both seem to have forgotten about that bug gang you let escape.
I will catch that crazy bug gang
You should.
Please let that be the end of the sentence.
while making the world's coolest action blockbuster.
Marvelous. Just
What?
Queen Bee.
what? There you are.
That's
Now
it?
get out of my light and start planning our next heist.
Watch in amazement as I use my awesome powers to track the slippery crooks. You're gonna ruin my awesome action movie. Comedy. Action.
Carter.
Just 4 letters. He's so great.
That's not accelerate.
Watch, you betrayed me.
And
Well,
that's
it's
when
good to know that
Gwen
that's still a
got
thing.
distracted. Right there. I didn't
What?
see anything. Gwen, zoom in and enhance.
Oh,
I can't
there you
believe that
go.
worked.
I want those diamonds sorted by carat.
Oh, so more than
and they're
3.
off by 1/10 of a milligram.
There you go.
You're really starting
Not
to
3.
bug me. Huh?
Ooh.
What have you done to my lamb?
Hey, did you hear the buzz?
The bus.
You better behave yourself and
And I really don't think this is the time.
you weren't betting?
That was good though. But did she film that? Just throws him.
Beyond terrible.
She
Did you
didn't.
get it?
Missing something? Move! You're in my light!
In my
You
life.
are making me look bad.
You're gonna ruin my awesome action movie.
Our super undercover location hunt was a success. We
Yeah.
can make a super awesome new movie.
You've got the face of, you were made for
yes.
the big screen.
Oh, well.
You really have that special something.
You guys have some operation going here. Too bad you're not appreciated for your hard work.
Getting her close up.
And keeping all the dough.
Doesn't seem fair.
You should consider a life a crime.
Yeah, you should.
Thanks, but I don't need a job. I'm an action star.
Oh,
Oh no. Yep.
do you think they have a drama club in prison?
What's my motivation again?
You want to make dinner. Hey, you missed my big scene.
And of course, plenty of piranha liver, then just
Okay,
stir vigorously.
random
It's that
ingredients.
Simple. Now I just need my trusty assistant for a taste test.
I think I've lost my appetite.
Well, at least the Animo Farm.
Let's get ready to head out and see
That
what's
hat. Oh my god.
Corniest place on earth.
We're not getting back in there.
Grandpa, I think the door's broken.
You don't have to go to the festival, but you do have to spend the day outside. Find some new friends to play with.
Yep,
What am I supposed to
outside.
do outside. Good.
Oh.
He caught it. You're amazing.
I work alone.
Oh god. I
But you're
work
the best
alone.
football player we've ever seen.
Okay. I think I just standing there. Oh, it's Dr. Animo. Come on.
Let's move!
Oh god.
This is why playing outside is bad. Hey!
Stay away!
Whoa.
For our animals! Find your own food! Ah, put me down! I had
Is that Stinkfly?
Okay, whatever you say.
Oh my god. I was wondering what that chest plate was.
Why am I still Stinkfly? Where am
So
I?
this is
You're
Stinkfly.
a
Interesting
bot. But you're in
redesign.
here.
Whoa.
You're a prisoner. Mutated animal lunkheads.
Yeah.
Hardwired.
Yes.
Guard
Come on.
towers,
Yep.
Animal? So who's in charge here? You two?
Dr. Animo's in charge.
That
Whoa.
would be me! I enforce the rules. I keep accidentals like you in line. Super strong, super awesome, and then there's accidentals. Pathetic mistakes of science.
Later, suckers!
It ain't gonna be that easy. Oh.
I'll give you filthy!
I mean, it didn't affect them. Oh.
The stinkier the better. Dumb accidental.
Dumb accidental.
All of you. Loser 1, loser 2, loser 1, loser 3.
What are you gonna do about it? Yep, get back to work.
Oh my god. I did not see that coming.
All we gotta do is smash that generator.
And then you get out.
Smash our way out. You might convince these pea-brains to follow you on your fool's errand. Okay, team.
That was
Go
easy.
time. You sure you're okay with this, Nugget?
I don't know.
No.
He's lucky.
Yay! That must be the force field generator.
Move, losers.
Of course.
You can. We can still bring down that force
It's gotta work
field.
together, guys. Come on.
Look, the alphas are big and
Yes.
deadly.
But
they're
there's a
also
way to
lazy
fight
and
smart.
dumb yourself.
Not working. That was simple.
Time to tenderize some meat.
Oh. Oh no.
Will you do the honors?
Yeah, knock it over.
Wait, you're human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Long story.
Yeah, long story. Don't worry about it.
Ben really missed out. Touchdown!
And there you have it, guys. Episode 5 and Episode 6 of Ben 10 Reboot. We had Take 10 Episode 5 and we had Animo Farm Episode 6. We'll go in order of the two episodes, but real quick, I don't think the pattern necessarily repeated itself here. I felt like both episodes were equally decent. Like, I don't feel like one was worse than the other per se. I mean, I'll say this. I think Episode 5 was weaker in terms of the Take 10 because it was like just Ben just wanting to film, his own action movie and everything. And there was this Queen Bee character or whatever. In episode 6, Animo Farm, I think was a bit better, but it wasn't like to where it was like, yeah, okay, to pretty solid. Like, they're kind of closer in terms of like overall quality. I still think Animo Farm was better, but not to the extent of like where it's like an okay episode and like, oh, this is a better episode. Like, it was a little bit closer. So, episode 5 with Take 10. So Ben is filming a movie and Gwen's like directing and holding the camera, and he's heat blast at a bank, and there's these new characters, and Queen Bee, from what I remember, was never part of this. I think her name's Queen Bee, but anyways, she was never a part of the original Ben 10 continuity. So this is a new villain. So I don't remember this character at all. But you have these new henchmen, and I was at first, I'm like, that's some crazy designs, like mechanical arms and stuff they have. Turns out it's because they're working under Queen Bee, this villain, this actual bee like person. What was the best part about it is not so much Queen Bee or any of that stuff. Like, I like the fact that it's a new villain in a sense, even though she really didn't do much. But it's because of the fact that Ben is obsessed and is trying to be in an action movie and everything. And he's like, yeah, we'll stop those people, but I want to make sure I film my movie. And we get to see the Omnitrix actually not work properly, because so far up to this point, from what I've seen, whenever Ben hits the watch, he's getting the alien he's presumably wanting. Like, every time he mentions the one he wants, he gets. In this instance, he wants Accelerate. Nope. At least I thought it was Accelerate. But anyways, he gets, because he wanted to use Accelerate, I think, to try to track faster. And he gets, gray matter. So he doesn't get the right alien he wants. And then, of course, he becomes Cannonbolt when he finds the lair and everything. And then he tricks the henchmen to then turn on Queen Bee. And, of course, when they're exiting with their loot, they get arrested. The police are just waiting. So I think overall the episode is fine. It's got some funny moments. The highlights is Ben. And the fact is, too, they did confirm, because I've been wondering this, they really haven't delved into too much from what I've seen of Grandpa Max, like this version of the character, right? We've seen more of Ben and Gwen's development and like learning more of like these, even though Ben is pretty much classic Ben, pretty close, Gwen is slightly different. Like, there's the banter between them isn't as intense, and that camaraderie between them two. So Gwen's a little bit of a different character. So for Max, they did showcase in his cooking show, which was pretty fun. He starts throwing out like random ingredients that definitely sound in line with Grandpa Max and how he loves eating weird food and shit that you should just not eat. But then, of course, he's like getting Ben to taste test. So I'm like, okay, this is more in line of what Grandpa Max I'm used to. Episode 6, Animo Farm, I got excited because I think we were going to see Dr. Animo. We did not. However, we did see some of his experiments. So I felt that was at least somewhat entertaining, and we get to see like the rejects as the pig with a giant pig with a pig arm with another head on it. It's kind of strange. And the cow. I think the highlights for like the alphas, as they call themselves, the villains on the Animo Farm. We'll talk about the redesign of Stinkfly in a second, but the highlight definitely is the pig and the cow, because whenever he talks, like, we gotta get moving, like he just like typical cow fashion. So it's funny. The reveal of like the sheep wolf or whatever, like where he's like hidden behind sheep, but it's like a giant wolf like snaking out and shit, like its long neck. That was a crazy reveal. Stinkfly. So Ben's redesign, like, I watched the intro. I remember watching the intro and then seeing the aliens, and I'm like, okay, who is this like flying insect character? I never thought it was Stinkfly. I didn't, because looking at the designs of the aliens in the intro, they're pretty similar to their designs in the original shows. So I thought maybe this is another new alien, because we saw they didn't do Water Hazard. I forget the name of it now. I forget the name of the water character. Like, we've seen him a couple times already, but it's a new alien that is also in the new comic that's coming out. So they pulled that from the new comic. But when I saw this other alien at the end, I think it's the 10th one they show, I never thought that was Stinkfly. I thought, like, it's just another flying character. And then when he says, why am I so Stinkfly? I'm like, really? And I'm wondering why they did that. Like, I'm wondering why they redesigned Stinkfly to make him look more human in a way. And I wonder if it's because they wanted all the aliens that Ben turns into maybe at the start to be more human-esque, like they walk on up front, 2 feet, 2 legs. I don't know. Maybe that was the thinking. I'm not sure, but I'll say this. I don't like that they redesigned Stingfly. I think the design is actually decent. But I don't like the fact that it's Stingfly. That's my one thing. So on one hand, I don't like the redesign of Stingfly. Like, they should have just kept with kind of like the look of Stingfly. Maybe tweak a few things if they want to use that alien as a part of his tin. Because I'm assuming he's going to get more as we continue. That's just my guess based on what the other shows did. I'm assuming we're going to get that here. So I don't like the redesign, but I do like the design. I just don't like that it's Stingfly. I was kind of hoping and thinking it was a new alien. I am kind of disappointed we didn't see Dr. Animo, but at least we know he's out there. And clearly Ben knows who that is based on, I think he made it clear. Because he's like, Animo? So he knows who Dr. Animo is too. So there's that. So at least he's aware of these. And you know what? I'll say this. It actually makes, I wouldn't say sense, but it definitely is a change of direction. Because I should have mentioned this in the last episode, because I'm recording these actually ahead of time, so I'm recording these back to back pretty much. But when I finished episodes 3 and 4, and we saw Hex in episode 4 last week, when I recorded it and everything, and it's a week old now when this gets uploaded, I didn't mention this, but like him knowing who Hex is, I'm like, that's actually different than Classic, because in Classic, he meets Vilgax for the first time. I don't know if he actually knows Vilgax who he is now, but what I was getting to, because I don't know why I said Vilgax first, because I thought of Vilgax for some reason, he already knows who Hex is in episode 4. Here, he already knows who Dr. Animo is in episode 6. So he already knows these villains. So it changes up what the storylines they can do. Because if you're reintroducing Hex, Animo, all these villains again, then it's like, okay, we're doing the origins. We're setting these characters up again, right? Like, you're setting them up, and instead of having just a potential change of a narrative, a different story, you have to, like, introduce them to Ben and Max and Gwen. But here, if they already know who it is, then there you go, right? Because you couldn't have done this storyline where Ben has to team up with the Rejects to help them and, like, I wouldn't say persuade, but push them to be stronger and fight smarter and work together as a team. We wouldn't have this kind of storyline with them and the Alphas and all this stuff on an, Animo Farm. We couldn't do this storyline and do all this if Dr. Animo has not already been established as a villain doing these kinds of things. But since Ben already knows this and everything, now you can do this. So maybe that's the thinking. Well, if we have to introduce Animo first, then we can't do this storyline now. We can't do this episode now. We have to set him up first, interacting with Ben, Gwen, and Max for the first time. Then later on, we can do stuff like this. If we already established that he already knows who this character is, Dr. Animo, then we can already jump into this stuff. So yeah, hopefully we see Dr. Animo soon. I am curious to see more of these characters. I have been thinking about this, and I haven't mentioned it yet, because I wanted to wait till we get further in, but I do want to mention it now. Now that we've now confirmed in episode 5 where Max is eating weird shit, are we going to get to the point where we learn about plumber stuff? That Max was a plumber, right? Because it seems, because it's not been addressed yet, then again, it doesn't mean that it's already been addressed before in the continuity of the show that's already been ongoing. Because like I said, Ben's already had run-ins with Animo and Hex before this show started. So he already knows them. So, with that being said, do they know that Max was a plumber? Do they know his past? Do they not know? Like, I'm curious if that's a thing or if that's completely thrown out the window and that's not a part of this continuity, that Max was a plumber and all that stuff involved. I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, overall, episode 5 and episode 6 were decent episodes. They weren't bad. I didn't think either of them was, necessarily like bad episodes. I would say, like I was mentioning in the beginning of the review here, episode 5 is weaker than episode 6, but they both were solid episodes overall. Some funny moments, and I am just getting more and more curious to see where we go from here and what other characters and storylines and things we're going to cover. So we'll see what happens. So what did you guys think? Is episode 5 and episode 6? Episode 5, Take 10. Episode 6, Animo Farm. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys, and hope you guys are enjoying the journey. It definitely is different, but I appreciate the fact that it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. See you soon. Bye-bye.